Step 3 is take action. There's a very powerful quote from the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and it says, what you hear, you forget. What you see, you remember, but what you do, you will understand. So this quote is very powerful, and it really speaks to about the importance of taking action and actually trying to do something. I mean, it's not enough sitting at home and thinking, why this, why that. That's also very stressful. But taking action is really the only way to get to success. And I don't know if you've heard about it. It's the saying is that 80% of success is to show up. So just by showing up, you already 80% across the finishing line, and you just have the little piece left, which is now you need to, what I believe, apply a little critical thinking to getting into the finishing line. But 80% of success is just showing up, and that's what it's really about. You've got to take action. You've got to keep doing things. You've got to keep pushing it. That's really the way to get there. And it's a lot to ask. I mean, this is, in my mind, there's a lot of wishing and thinking and wanting to be rich and become a millionaire, become successful. But if you're not doing anything about it, then how are you going to get there, right? That's really the critical problem here with wishing, hoping, thinking about things without action to back it up, right? And that's actually, if you see people there, we say that the human attention span is now down to 8.25 seconds. I believe it's less than a goldfish, which is a little bit funny. And then now when you have TikTok, right? So is it 2 seconds now, the attention span of a human? So with that short attention span, I mean, how are you really gonna get into what we call, you've heard about the 10,000 hours of becoming an expert? I mean, how are you gonna become good at something if your attention span is 2 seconds based on TikTok, right? I'm not gonna trash TikTok or anything like that, but it's just, I'm saying there's a real challenge for a lot of young people today, maybe you and millennials, is that we don't really want to take the time to actually get things done and actually doing it. And that's why the quote from the book is very powerful, that once you do something, you'll actually understand it. You will no longer forget it. You will no longer just remember it, but now you'll actually fully understand it. And for instance, if you take myself, I was unemployed, and then I said, hey, I'll buy a business. And as soon as I took the decision to buy a business, as soon as I signed that contract, buying the business, boom, I was here in this furniture store, and there was no way out. I mean, I could say, oh, after one day, okay, maybe I'll just leave. Well, then I lost the business, then I'm bankrupt. So now all of a sudden, I was forced to doing, as soon as I signed the contract, the purchase contract of the business, I was stuck here. And by doing, I all of a sudden learned a lot, and then I began to understand what this business is about, how do I drive it towards success, and then I became successful in this business, and I started making a lot of money. And that's really, learning by doing, and that's a very critical part to success, because we cannot just hope, wish, and pray to get somewhere, because that's just not enough. We got to take action, right? And that's also where one of my favorite quotes comes in. When people ask me, should I do it, should I not do it? I always go, well, just do it. I always reference and quote Nike's slogan, which is just do it, right? Because I think it's a great slogan. It tells you, hey, don't think about it, don't worry, just take action, just do it. And actually, if you look where Nike, it was actually an ad agency that came up with this slogan for Nike, and the person working for the agency who came up with it, he was actually watching a convict who was on death row, who was waiting for his execution, and his final words were, let's do it. Like, imagine you're being executed, and then you're, instead of, I'd probably pee my pants. No, I believe I have a strong character as well. But I mean, imagine you're facing death, and then his final words are, let's do it. Let's get on with it, right? That's very powerful, and that was the inspiration behind Nike's slogan, which were then adapted a little bit to let's do it. And I think that's a very, very powerful slogan, because it tells you about the force that comes behind action. It's okay, let's do it, let's get this done. And that's really how you get to success, because without action and without continued action and continued effort, you're not really going to get anywhere. It's going to be wishing, thinking, and praying, all your life. And that's not how you get to success. You need to act on it. And this is actually also a place where passion comes in, because obviously, if you're choosing a career, if you're choosing a business, you are going to face challenges. And if you don't have passion, I think passion is going to give you that drive to keep going even when the going gets tough. So it's very important to know who you are, what your interests are, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what is your passion. And then you try to follow that passion, because that's going to give you enough energy to keep going even when the going gets tough. So take action. That's the way to gain success.